Well, hello everyone. Today I have the Outdoor Cam Plus, and yeah, we're going to get it unboxed here. Now, I'm trying out a couple of new tools here for the stream, so I guess we'll see how this all goes. But that should allow me to kind of do things like this. Yeah, there's my mouse. I've been kind of controlling things with that, but there you go. And I should be able to switch just to me. There you go. Yeah, it's all working here. And yeah, so thanks for joining me today here, guys. I just want to uh, open up this right here, the Outdoor Cam Plus. Now, this is a new device from Amazon. So, 2K video, and I think that's one of the bigger things about these new cameras from them. This is a battery version, so there's no wired component that you have to do here. We'll see if there is a wired component. I don't actually know that. And of course, it's Ring, so you gotta get a Ring subscription, but you do get a little trial of these. One of the things I do like, a little hard to see. Hey, that's what I got this for. Um, 2.4 and 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi. This one's black, but yeah, that 2.5 gigahertz, that actually might be really interesting. Now, just gonna make sure uh, that yeah, we're getting the chat. It is coming in. Ethan, thanks for joining us today. Is Matter supported? Well, cameras aren't really into Matter just yet, so the answer to that question is no. Um, yeah. Okay, let's start. Yeah, you guys, any of you have known me, I like those kinds of sounds. I love the sounds of tech, as I call them. So that's just an exciting moment for me. Now, let's get straight. Let's get full unboxing level here. So this is the Ring Outdoor Cam Plus, and yeah, Ring always does a good job with packaging. I'll say that much. I'm gonna make a mess on my floor. For those of you guys who know me, I also do that quite a bit. So this is very reminiscent of yeah, the original. Um, this is pretty much, I think you'd call that the stick up cam. Have a look here. So what are we looking at? We've got first of all the mount on the bottom. Okay, and it does have some movement in it, so you are going to be able to kind of place this in a few directions. Not a ton of movement there, and yeah, it's a little stiff, which you want the stiff, and this mount will actually come all the way apart, I believe. Now let's break a camera live, hey? Up. What do you guys think? How do we get this to come open? I think you just pull, don't you? Okay, I'm gonna leave that there for now. We'll have to think on that, how that one comes apart. Usually it is explained in the manual. So what else do we get? There's actually not a lot in here. We've got kind of their standard orange power cable here. And this is, oh, people are going to get upset in the chat. Yes, that is micro USB to USB A. So we're going to hear some comments about that in the chat. Okay, let's open it up. This is where the battery is kind of hiding. So as soon as I pull that tab, it will start to boot up. Now, what we can do is we can actually pull out the entire battery here, and that's actually what you're charging. So when people kind of get upset about the micro USB thing, I don't really worry about that. I like this battery style. They kind of switched it on their more recent. It was the doorbell, and yeah, I just did not love that I didn't have this same kind of cable, this same kind of system. So that's actually really nice to see them doing. And just when you charge this, you're just literally plugging it in like that. So otherwise, yeah, this is just going inside. You've got a little button here. Okay. And then we have pretty much a standard interface or a standard set of things on here. The lens is looking fairly well protected. It's a little bit indented, so I like that. Of course, you're going to have a motion sensor on any battery powered camera. You're going to have a motion sensor on there to wake it up. So that'll be embedded in there. And then we have both a microphone. We can see that. And we have a speaker down here, quite a large speaker. So yeah, everything's looking pretty much as it should. Now on the back, this is one of the things that is kind of nice with Ring. You will be able to move that mount around if you'd like. So you can mount it in a couple of different directions. Should be able to do that. I can never figure out these mounts when I first get them. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, and then otherwise, I mean, this is what actually gets mounted onto your wall. Pretty simple thing there. You can see it's supposed to go up that way. That's it. Otherwise, inside of the box, we do got a few other goodies here. Couple of screw packs. Actually, no, one screw pack and one, you see, anchor mount there, and that's really it there. Then we have the Outdoor Cam Plus. This is just the start guide, the little code you're going to need to get this set up in the app. And then they're showing you, yeah, this is what you got. Okay, now they showed me how to remove the battery. Do I get an instruction for how to get that? No, I don't. I still don't know how to take the mount off. Okay, warranty and safety guide. Nobody cares about that. Well, maybe you guys do. I don't know. Do you care about warranty and safety guides? And then the most important thing, really, is the sticker, right? So let's have a look at everything. I think that's everything we're getting in the box here. Let's bring it up there. Got to do the nice layout. I always like doing the nice layout here. And yeah, let's get this back in there. Oh, there we go. Okay. Ooh, can't get it to stay. Let's do that. There we go. So there we go. That's everything we're getting in the box. Nothing groundbreaking here. This is pretty much what we see from Ring with all of their cameras. So yeah, nothing crazy. What do you guys think? Anything you're kind of wondering about this camera or another Ring camera, another Ring product that you have in your home? Go ahead, ask there in the live chat. Otherwise, I think we can get this bad boy set up. I'm sure it has some battery power in it. So let's get it booting up. Okay. As soon as you get that in, we've got our little, maybe I'll just keep the mount like this for now. We'll figure this out some other time. Maybe you guys can tell me how to get that mount off of there. Oh, got a red light. Hey, why can't I get this? There we go. There. Did I get it? There we go. All right. So now should be something we can do in the app real quick. Shouldn't be hard, and then we can see what it is going to look like here a bit. Get all more centered. So okay, let's set up our device. We'll go to this in here, and we're going to pick our security cameras, and we've got to scan the QR code. Now there is one just on the back here of the camera. So if you ever do lose your booklet here, that's okay. You'll be just fine. So there, scanned our little code, and we've got our Outdoor Cam Plus. And no, that's not my location, so you don't have to worry about that. But here we go. Where are we installing our outdoor cam? Well, probably outdoors. Okay, and how are we going to power it? I don't actually see any hardwire connection options for this camera, at least not yet. Yeah, maybe they have a kit that'll let you do that, but I don't have one today. So we're just going to do the battery. We're going to remove that cover, which we did. Fully charge. I did not do that. Okay, they want us to fully charge, but no. And insert the battery, okay, come on, let's go. So let's call this, let's call it the garden camera. Okay, so now we're going to do our Wi-Fi. And well, guys, I can't show you that. I mean, maybe if you really want to. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. It's asking for all the permissions. Go ahead. I'm near the device. Okay, so I'll show you this. That's what it's saying. It's just asking, okay, are you near? And now it's going to use Bluetooth to go between these two. Okay, so now we're just making that Bluetooth connection.
Now connected to the Ring app.
Okay, and now it wants me to just plug in my Wi-Fi credentials. Now what's interesting will be, do we get connected to 5 gigahertz right away? One interesting thing, I don't know if you guys care, but I think this is interesting. 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi, you can't always use in all countries. So a lot of companies won't build that into their outdoor products. That's actually one of the reasons that a lot of these don't go like that.
Now installing an update. This may take several minutes.
Okay. Now in the app, we're basically ready to continue. Okay, so we'll just continue on here. Let's install the outdoor cam. Now let's have a look at what it says we can do. So we can pick on a table or a shelf, on a wall, on a ceiling. I think I want to have a look at what you have to do to get this kind of mounted on the side there. Unscrew the base. Hey, wait. It says you just pull. Oh, I think you do. Snap. It's gonna snap. So hard. What is going on? Whoa. I just pulled out. Now this will be hard to see. There's this little spot right here that I pulled out a little rubber plug. I don't know what that's for. But I swear that's all they said was... Let's see. Remove the mounting plate. Yeah, I got that. They literally just pulled that down. I'm not sure it's as easy as they think it is. There must be a latch or something that's got to let go, and they didn't tell me. Ooh, there it goes. Yeah, okay, so there's your screw right there. I'm not gonna fully take it apart, but you have to slide it first. Slide what? I don't know what I was supposed to slide there, Roadless. But thank you for giving me that little key there. I don't know. Either way, I got it, and then this is what you would pull here. So you're just gonna unscrew that. Isn't it supposed to just do that? That's pretty loud. Sorry, guys. But there you go. Now we can mount it in lots of directions. I don't know if you want to do that, but there you go. And then you just put on your other plate. Okay. Whew. That's scary to do that. You know, you're gonna break it live on stream.
Setup successful.
Hey, there we go. Okay. So yeah, now you know. No, I appreciate that, Roadless. So yeah, thank you for commenting on that. So now it's just basically, are you doing it on a hard surface or a soft surface? So they're just going to tell you drill with the 6mm bits here, or 1/4 inch, and install the mounting plate. So really quite simple, just like the other Ring cameras. So now we're done. We can invite other people, of course. I'm going to skip that for now, and now we can go through some of the basic settings. So like optimizing how motion recordings and how motion stuff works. So this is very standard stuff for Ring cameras. You know, basically, do you want it to do people detection? And do you want a recording? And do you want a notification? And that's it. Do you want to know when a vehicle, which actually, you know, come to think of it, I don't think I have another Ring cam with vehicle detection in it. At least not anymore. Do you guys have a bunch with vehicle detection? I don't, yeah. Anyways, other motion is just kind of the catch-all for things. So I think I'll enable those two things, and then you know you're gonna pick motion sensitivity, and this is a little bit of a trick with Ring, you know, especially with a battery version of a camera. If you kind of go and you make this very sensitive to motion, well, you're gonna end up with a lot of recordings and a lot of drained battery. So how often you'll let that motion trigger, I always pick frequently. This can do quite a number on your battery power. So there you go. Look, they're already advertising for a solar panel. But I want that. I want it to basically trigger every time it can to start a new recording. I don't care if they want to save battery power for that, right? Like that one, I want the whole event. So choosing, you know, to let it take its time, that one to me, yeah, doesn't make sense. Anyways, okay, so motion zones. You can set up zones. Now I'm not quite set up here, so we can set up the feature, but oh, there's a person at my garden. It's right there. So you can just basically add zones, adjust this zone to be smaller or larger. So here you can see that right there. And then if you want, you can go, okay, I like that one. Let's add another zone. And so you can capture exactly the locations that you want. So now anything outside of these spots wouldn't be captured, right? So that's all you're doing there. Or it would be captured. It just wouldn't be, if there was movement in those areas, it wouldn't record it or send you a notification. Okay, so, and we can always come back to to these settings. So there you go. I think I do get a little trial of the detection. And let's go live. Let's have a look at this camera. I guess we go that way. Whoa. It's kind of weird seeing myself from like 8 angles here. It's got quite a fisheye lens. Here, I'll see if I can make that a little clearer to you. So what you'll notice is like out here, the scene starts to get a little bent. Okay. And that can sometimes make especially objects along the sides here not look as good. This is a very standard thing that Ring does. So it's not different from their other cameras. It's normal for them, but it is something to pay attention to when you're looking at like resolution, the sensor size, and things like that. There's some reasons to maybe consider that. So otherwise, it's a very standard Ring camera, but I do like that it is this simple to go take this outdoors now and start working with it. So, what do you guys think? What do you think about this one? Any questions about this or Ring? Kind of open it up. We can have a chat now. Hey, you can see my little setup there. There you go. But yeah, I'll open it up. Come on. Any questions about this camera from Ring or really any smart home topic? We can open it up, start to have a chat here today. Ooh, it's rolling around. Or anything else you want to see with this camera? I'm open to, like, if we need to go through the settings or we need to go do some other things, just let me know. Now it does say we've connected to like Amazon. You can see that already. And it is saying it does need a charge, 30% battery. So I'm going to have to charge that battery eventually. Ooh, what was that? What's the quick controls? Oh boy. Do we want to try the siren? That's it's going to go for 30 seconds. Are we doing this? Oh, it's not that loud. Honestly, it's not that loud. I will say, yeah, hey, Fred. Good to see you here, Fred. I will say that, yeah, it does look like a couple of their cameras. They had like the stick-up camera. I believe they had an outdoor version that looked like this, but I think this is the stick-up. Now, I will say, kind of looking in the app here, I know it's hard for you guys to tell, but things look pretty sharp with the 2K. And I haven't looked up the sensor size on this. That's maybe something to look at. But Ring generally doesn't show a lot of their specifications, actually. So they're kind of annoying that way. But yeah. So yeah, this totally looks like one of their models. It's a very similar design at the very least. Canary. Now, what is the Canary? So Fred saying, yeah, the Canary was the name. You think that's the name of a Ring camera or a different company? I'm thinking you're thinking a different company, hey? Yeah, interesting. It is definitely. So they've got an indoor version and the outdoor version. They look very, very similar to this. So I don't think I can bring that up. Oh, okay. So Fred's actually saying, yeah, this is a company like 10 years ago, the Canary brand. yeah, I don't know anything about them for sure, but yeah. Anyways, tough to. It's definitely very well sealed here. Ugh, there we go. Now I remember if you wanted to do this back one, it did take some doing with this. You have to unscrew it and then you basically move it over back there. But yeah, so that's about all I got to show you today with the Ring camera. That's the unbox. Again, open to some more conversation or questions about either Ring products or something else you're maybe considering. And then otherwise, that'll be our stream here today. If we're not chatting too much about this one, so I'll give it a couple more minutes. I'm going to have a coffee. This is the it's going off. This is the mug my son got me a few years ago for my birthday. I'm always drinking on this one, but it's looking a little old. See the O, and then oh that. I won't repeat it on stream, but there you go. That's the level of our humor here. Okay, guys. Well, if that's it, I hope you enjoyed this. If you have other comments, other things you'd like us to cover here on Automate Your Life, maybe there's a certain product you'd like to see unboxed. Maybe there's something you'd like us to do when we do these unboxings. Lots of different options for things we can do with these. Anyways, and if you want to see more about the Ring Outdoor Cam Plus, you want to understand anything about this one, yeah, then let me know here in the comments in the live stream. We can talk about any of those things. I just checked the chat here. I like Ring, but so this is from Fred. I like Ring, but I feel there are potentially better options now. I had the original product from the TV show. Yeah, I've been seeing some of those little shorts or people talking about those things from the original Shark Tank. Like the founder of Ring was on the Shark Tank at one point. I don't know if everybody knows that, but yeah, it was. That's how they kind of came up, and then eventually Amazon buys them. Uh, Definitely, from my perspective, they fell a little behind in terms of the technology on their cameras. Um, Certainly in the last couple of years. Now, what they do, still, I think better than just about everyone else, is they make it really, really easy. And yeah, those settings and just that setup process, right? Like that took almost no time. I was actually surprised at how quick everything went. And even now, if I wanted to go mount this and put it out there, it's just going to take me a couple minutes. And the settings are like they're dirt simple. You don't really have to understand anything about cameras in order to get this working somewhat for yourself. Is it perfect? No, it's consumer grade, right? It's really intended to be easy. So I think that's what Ring does that's really good. I think the introduction of 2K on this camera is really important, at least from my perspective. Like that's going to take them into competition again with some of those cameras that have the better visuals, have the better specifications on them. Not that the specifications are terrible here. It's just, yeah, they had fallen behind, in my opinion, Fred, a few years ago, kind of fell off. But now with stuff like this, they've had like the bird's eye view feature. I really love that. That's not here, or at least I didn't see it here. Those kinds of features, though, and the ability to coordinate lots of Ring cams together. So one Ring cam is starting a recording on another. Those, yeah, those kinds of features, they are big deals because there's not really someone out there doing that really well where you can just say, okay, if the motion's detected here, get my doorbell to record. That kind of a feature actually pushes them quite far in my mind. But yeah, it's going to depend what you're after. I think the fact that still, it's been, I don't even know how many years since, like you say, Fred, Doorbot. They still don't have like very simple integrations that you would expect from a camera, and obviously a lot of that is based on, well, they're owned by Ring, so or they're owned by Amazon, right? So that could get in their way still for many people. Uh, Cali Girl, yeah, that. So what Cali Girl is saying, I wish they would come out with a new, better peephole camera for the front door. And I had told them that exact thing, Cali Girl. Like that's my perspective too. I think they've really missed out there, and I don't get why they stopped that. I saw some other companies do it, like EasyViz was one, and what they did is they put like a screen on the back, um, on your side of the door, so you could see who was outside there, right? And I really liked that kind of an idea from EasyViz. I don't think it executed really well because I think the battery power wasn't enough. But yeah, I really loved the peephole camera from Ring. I thought that was such a good idea, and I don't know why we haven't really seen that come out. So yeah. Hey, welcome, Chris. Chris, I know you kind of said you wanted to come to a live stream. Hopefully, I'm still figuring out a schedule on these, so hopefully, you can join in here, hang with us, and ask questions. Go ahead, Chris. Thank you again for coming. So, Fred's asking, does anyone have a good one, a peephole cam? And I think, I think that answer is no. Ring did have the best. Like, I'm going to have a little look here. They did have the best for a while. Sorry, I can't show you my screen yet here, but I'm working on that. I upgraded the streaming software a little bit, did a few extra things. But I don't quite have the computer part connected. I swear they were selling that peephole camera last year, and yeah, they've totally killed it. I'm with you guys. I think I think they've made a mistake on that one, losing that product. So no, I don't think there's really a good one out there. I had seen EasyViz do that, and I was talking to them actually about bringing that here. I think at one point Switchbot had looked at doing one, but I don't think that anyone can quite work out the camera and the power and then all of those features that we kind of expect. So I think that's the real struggle here, and I think people are just going to have to be good with a big flat battery on the inside of their home, and then something like a screen. But yeah, it's a tough engineering task, I think, to really do that. So someone's got to come up with a new way to do that. I haven't come up with it yet. But Cali Girl, if you're liking what you have right now, that's really great. And yeah, see, Chris, like people who have it, they seem to mostly love it. I think there was a lot of negative response on the early reviews, and then I think it kind of killed that product. Like even Amazon, as big as they are with their Amazon review system, I think some of their products can kind of get ruined by that initial that initial review set that goes out there. And I remember it being like really low when I first saw the peephole camera. So I don't have a good option there for you guys at all. I've seen a couple of things here and there. But I remember being really excited for the Ring camera, that Peephole camera, but it's just not there, guys. It's totally gone. What a funny thing. Yale Digital Door Viewer from Fred. Okay, so and I don't have a lot of products from Yale at this point in my home. Uh, Fred, does that look like maybe it's something like? Does it look like a smart version, or is it really just that? Does it give you that little screen on the back there? I've never looked at that one. I'm getting a lot of notifications from my new Ring Cam. uh, I've needed something to record all the robot vacuums or all the robot mowers that I have. I don't know if you guys saw that, but I've got a couple of those. So that's actually, I think that's what this is going out there to do. Yeah, I'll have to look up the Yale Digital Door Viewer. Too small for me to see on my phone. I get it, Fred. I get it. I'm just gonna look up one thing on this camera. I'm kind of interested. Do they have on this one a drop of the recording levels? So recording mode, yeah, motion, only when motion is detected. Look at that. They do have a 24/7 recording option. Interesting. That like to do that 24/7, you're gonna need the hardwire pack. Color night vision, very nice. Very nice to have that. Hey, there we go. Okay. HDR increases the dynamic range of the video, so you get some better colors. Can we do live view? No, I kind of thought that they would have, because this is 2K. I thought they would give you an option to kind of drop down to 1080p. Nothing like that. One option, and oh, did I lose you guys here? No, okay. I thought my stream had stopped there. One interesting thing, and Baz Anime, I see your comment though about kind of whether this was a serious smart cam. Give me a second on that. That's kind of this right here. Local storage and processing for your Ring cameras. So Ring Alarm Pro, that's this base station. I know it's kind of hard to see. Um, the Pro, and you're enrolled. Okay, so the thing about Ring is it's going to cost you a subscription. And I think that that gets a lot of people. Don't get me wrong, gets me at times too. But if you're kind of using them for professional monitoring already, you can get local recordings from these kinds of cameras. So that actually takes it into that spot for serious camera features, or people who are kind of the DIY folks. I think that's kind of taking Ring into that next echelon. So yeah, I think in general, if you're looking like, okay, I want a serious smart security camera, this is not necessarily serious, although the new 2K does look pretty good. But they've got some features like that. You're just ending up in a subscription model to kind of get those. So, and I totally get it when people are like, no, I'm not doing that. It's just it's not right. So, yeah. So kind of continuing down that Baz Anime, I hope that's kind of what what you were wondering about. Like I was saying a little bit earlier, Ring is definitely easy to use, and they have some great features like you can coordinate the recordings and things like that. And yeah, if you head down kind of the whole Ring path with their security system, you can even do things like local recording, which not a lot of companies can do on anything except a little, SD card, right? There's no SD card on this. It's transmitting to a base station that's in your home. So that is pretty serious. That means someone's got to get into your home in order to get the recordings, find your base station, all those things. So they're there. It's just kind of hidden behind the scenes lots of the time. So okay. Yeah, so Fred, kind of continuing down that Yale digital door viewer, you're saying, yeah, so it's just a camera. You can view it when you stand behind the door. And that's actually probably a lot for people. So, for those of you guys that weren't kind of here earlier, we were talking about doorbell peephole camera type devices. And a lot of people really want that out of Ring, and they don't seem to be selling it anymore. So, and that's what I've seen where we don't see people coming out with both a smart version and that screen that you can see a little better than kind of getting in there on the peephole, right? So yeah, that's kind of what I've seen, and it's really a battery power thing. So we got to get power into those doors, or we got to get power into those devices, and nobody wants a big long ugly cable on their door forever, or at least not a lot of people do. So I think that's where it's kind of split. Like you can see it or it's smart, and it's a tough needle to thread, so to speak. Speed Racer, there's a sale for 2x Spotlight Cam Plus. Would it be better to wait? Maybe they're about to release something better. Well, the Spotlight cams, I just have to. Right. And you're looking at the Plus. Now, that is a pretty good camera. I did like the Pro. I got to just see what the Plus. It's a 2022 release, so they might actually come out with something else. I want to see what the option is here. Do you have that bird's eye view? I don't think it's on the Plus. Yeah, so honestly, I'm not seeing bird's eye view. I'm not seeing some of the bigger options that come with the Pro. And I'll tell you, it's 2022. They're coming out with 2K versions of lots of their cameras. Yeah, and this is only a 2.4 gigahertz camera. So, $180 really good price. But yeah, I might wait on that one, especially to kind of see, like, lots of companies are going to release here for Prime Day, or we're going to see a couple releases from Amazon if I had to bet. And the other thing that would kind of give me pause there is, yeah, it's a 2022. All those specs they kind of say right there. But you're saying you don't like Pro because it does not do motion warning. So you just mean like a notification? Because for sure it'll do just a notification for you. In fact, I think I have the Pro in the app here. I don't have it powered up right now. So which one, Speed Racer there? What setting are you talking about? Just going to look up the motion settings right now. I have camera motion zones. So you can see this. You can't see this. Hang on. So this is my screen for the Pro Cam. Okay. Yeah, I got it, guys. So I get my bird's eye view zone. Okay. And I can make that a custom range. I'm just reading what you're saying there, Speed Racer. Anyways, okay, so I got the camera motion zones, the motion sensitivity, the smart alerts, the motion schedules, advanced settings. Let's see, motion frequency. Yeah, so just reading what you're saying there, Speed Racer. All cameras, but oof, I lost it. But Spotlight Pro, when a person approaches, other cameras give a motion warning. Hey, you're being recorded. Is that a requirement? That must be a requirement around your or in your state or in your country. I think you're from the U.S., but yeah, that I can't fix for you. You could do something kind of, put another speaker out there or something like that. What you could also do is if the other cameras will say that you're being recorded when a recording triggers, maybe you just trigger another recording of a second camera. So if you're getting two, I don't know. Anyways, I on your question about the deal, like that's a really good price. They might now be kind of releasing a new one. That looks like maybe it's time. If not right now, I bet you kind of September, October timeframe for Amazon, we'll see some new cameras. So, okay, I'm going to go back. Hey, Tika, welcome back. What smart camera works directly with Homey Pro? Okay, so actually, I could check right now if this new one from Ring is in there. But some of the Ring cameras, and I put this on our security video, like our security system video. I don't know if you saw that, but Homey worked really well with the Ring cameras in some ways, and then it worked really well with some of the Eufy cameras in other ways. And actually, like the Eufy stuff was really excellent, especially for that security system, because you could run automations off of it. So there was lots of good from those two. Just make sure you can go into Homey, and maybe I'll open it here, and I'll give you guys a little insight if I can. Anyways, you can go in and you can pretend you're adding a device, right? And so with Ring, there's actually three. It's pretty hard to see. There's actually three different integrations that you can do with Ring and Homey. One of them, or two of them, are community-based ones, but each one shows you the different things that you can add. So, oh boy, can I get that? There you go. Camera, chime, doorbell. You can pick your camera. Now let's see if our new one is already there. And it is. So this camera here, Ring Pan Tilt, you can see the Spotlight Cam Pro that I have there. Those are all available to come in. So there's actually lots with Ring that can come into Homey Pro. Like that situation is really good. And then Eufy right there. There's a whole list here. Ooh, not going left, not going right. Look at how many cameras there are. Now, this is a community-based connection. So it's not being done officially by Eufy. But I got to tell you, when I did those S3 Pros, and I have a good review, like a full review of those S3 Pros. Those are working awesome with Homey. Okay, so and you can check that out in our security video with Homey, where we build the whole security system. There's a whole section on cameras, so hope that helps you. Baz Anime. Okay, I'm looking for a security cam, separate doorbell cam for my new place. Offers local storage without subscription. Reolink, Eufy, Tapo, and 10. Maybe you meant something else. Options I've been mulling over. So yeah, if you're looking for local storage without a subscription, I kind of go to Eufy quite a bit. Tapo's not quite ready for some people because they just have micro SD card, but they had announced a home base last year. Now it hasn't come out, but if that kind of comes to fruition, if that comes out, that would put them there for me in a lot of cases. Reolink is kind of, yeah, there, that's a little different, right? So Reolink has a lot of NVRs or DVRs where basically they'll record in your house. They of course have SD card storage. They have NAS options, lots of options there. But if you're just looking for like one system all contained, the Eufy that S3 Pro, I think it works pretty well. So that's a good option. I don't think you can really go down a bad path with either of those kind of three that you said there. So yeah, I mean, hopefully that helps you. Christopher, I have stuck with Ring because I have their alarm system. Yeah, I've also loved the bird's eye view, and honestly, the bird's eye view. Once you guys have that, it is so hard to walk away from, and then go to something else. Like I walk away from those things because I'm testing the next camera, right? And you guys are asking questions, but yeah, bird's eye view is awesome. And with their alarm system, like all of that in conjunction, it's pretty good. You end up, I think, Chris, I don't know what you're spending, but I think it was like $20 a month for everything. Like it was the whole subscription. It was professional monitoring. It was all the recording on all the cameras. It was pretty much everything. So, to some people that will become worth it because it is so easy. I'm certainly not vouching for that. The $20. I don't like spending that $20, but with the security system and all of it being so easy, it does make sense to a lot of people. Now, and Baz Anime, you're talking Ring and Blink, and they just released some new Blink cameras too, like a whole lineup upgrade. Certainly inexpensive, lots of features locked behind that sub paywall, and that's exactly right. Yeah. Well, okay. And Speed Racer, yeah, no, I get it, man. You're not asking for a fix. I just thought I would check. I like to check and see. But thank you for coming. Thank you for saying you love our videos. And yeah, Chicken Man Plays. This is a good question. Ooh, I like getting into these. Can you tell me a vibration sensor that's not too much money that works with Google or SmartThings? Third Reality will work with SmartThings. So I would look at their vibration sensor. They've got a good one. I might have said Akara, but I don't think they've updated it to work really well with SmartThings, and the Edge driver program's kind of fallen off a bit there. So check with Third Reality. They're very closely paired with SmartThings. Should have a good Zigbee one there for you. Christopher, thanks so much for sending that there. I don't know what you call that, a super chat. Yeah, and that's what I do. I like to provide those informative videos. So thanks for recognizing that. That's what I'm all about, right? I don't want you guys going out there making decisions on half baked video content. So that's what I try to do. So. Yeah, let's continue here. You guys got going here after a while. When I was doing the unboxing, maybe I didn't give you enough time, but it was a little slow there. But it's good to see everyone here now. We're all having a good chat. So Tika, let's see. Yeah, okay. No, you guys are all having a good chat. This is awesome. This is good. You guys are all helping each other. I like to see that. You know what? In fact, I'm just going to sit back. You guys figure it out here. I'm just going to have coffee. Awesome. Hey, do you like the lamp edition back there? I just added that one. We're getting to like super blue in the space here. And I put up some panel lights for the unboxing camera. Oh, there's my mouse. There you go. No, you don't get that with the Ring camera. But there you go. Now we got like the full unbox. So we're updating. We're getting stuff going. There we go. Oh, all right. Let's see what you guys got. Everybody click the thumbs up. Yes, click that thumbs up. Wait, can I even say that? Sometimes these platforms get mad when you ask people to click thumbs up. I didn't ask, but Fred did. So if you have to, you have to. Chicken Man. Okay, so continuing down this path. Is there a way I can connect the SmartThings vibration sensor to make it work with Google Home? Well, Google Home doesn't have um, a like a Zigbee. They don't have a Zigbee hub. Period. So you're not going to be able to connect it directly. Now it might come through the SmartThings integration with Google Home, but I'll tell you, it probably won't. Like Google hasn't been doing a lot of work on making things kind of work right with their app. I know we talked about this before, but so what I would say is you can look this up on our channel again. We have a couple of videos about SmartThings and virtual switches, and so they were kind of named for Amazon. They were called the Miss A virtual switch, and that was so you could start routines on Amazon's platform. But yeah, if you just kind of take that status from the vibration sensor, and let's say it's vibrating, you take that status and you turn it into a switch, then you'll be able to see that in Google Home. Like that will come across to the Google Home app. You'll be able to see that something is vibrating or not vibrating. And if you make it a switch, while yes, you could press it in the app by accident, uh, if you make it a switch, you can actually start routines on Google Home with that. So it is kind of useful to do it that way. I don't know if that helps you. Something to try out. Might not be perfect, but I bet you'll be able to kind of wiggle that into it really working. Cali girl, what are we talking? Okay, Ring. Yeah, we're talking about Ring today. There are some people who really love certain products from Ring. So Cali girl's been talking about the Ring Peephole. It's working with her Q garage door or my Q. I'm betting you're saying my Q garage door. Traveling a lot, like, and that works with Amazon Prime too, right? So where they'll actually open up, deliver your packages inside, so it can be really helpful. TechScope LB, welcome. I don't think we've ever had a chance to chat. So yeah, thanks for coming. Christopher, yeah, I like the third reality Zigbee offers as well. So when we're talking about like inexpensive sensors and just being able to connect to a lot of platforms that have Zigbee, third reality, um, it inexpensive, works every time, or at least every sensor I've had from them, it works. Are they perfect in every sense? No, because sometimes they're a little bigger, but great value for what you're getting there. So yeah, that coffee mug is far too plain. Don't tell my kid; he'll be so sad. It wasn't plain, but look, all the eyes, Baz, they wore off, and so did my O in there. Uh, O something, right? So don't tell my kid; he got it for me. It's getting old in the tooth, you know, when you get all like the little scratches everywhere. Yeah, it's probably given me some health issue of some sort, right? I don't know. What? Okay. Banana Lad Productions. What flavor is this ring cam? Chocolate. It looks, well, maybe black licorice. I don't know, man. This is an outdoor cam plus. That's what we unboxed today. We actually already did it. It's all set up in the app. It's already notifying me far too often, and you can actually see when it's turning on and recording. So now it's kind of found me. So it's an outdoor. This one's battery powered, although they do have a hardwire kit. What is kind of interesting about this camera, not only battery powered, but 2K outdoor camera, pretty good. So yeah, that's what we've been looking at. I almost broke the mount live on stream here today, so that was fun. But yeah, that's the flavor, I guess. If you have other questions, Banana, just go ahead and ask them there. So yeah, that's what we're looking at is this. But we're talking about everything. People got good questions, good conversations going on. So yeah, Cali girl, I need a thermostat that I can use with Ring. I think you're going to end up there. I know you're not really asking that question, but I think you're going to end up. Yeah, there is a couple of thermostats, and it's going to be so. Look at, I'm trying to show you something that I'm not showing you. Okay, so these are the thermostats you can buy. Now, these are Honeywell. So T5, T6, T9, or T10 Honeywell Home thermostats. So you can come back. You can check that out. This, I believe, it will go direct through the Ring app. Let's see. Do I have a Honeywell account? I actually don't have a Honeywell account. I was going to upgrade my thermostat to, I think, one of those, actually. But there you go. That might give you a couple options there, Cali girl, to get a thermostat kind of connected. And those will definitely work with the Amazon side of things too. So if you're kind of using Amazon and Ring in your home, you should be good to go. Honeywell has good integration there, at least as far as I know. Banana Lad, okay, that is the most early 2000s mouse I've ever seen. Now, this is actually my third or fourth best mouse ever. So, okay, let's talk about this. Why do I do this? Well, the real reason behind this. So someone actually came last time. They asked, "Hey, how is your kind of your neck and your shoulder and stuff doing?" Because I got a few things going on there. I had torn my rotator cuff, and guess what? This constant back and forth was aggravating it. So I ended up buying one of these, but so that I don't have to move my shoulder ever. So that's actually why I have the retro. We'll call it retro mouse. But yeah, I love this thing. It's fantastic. Once you learn how to use this too, like you can be so exact in all the games. Like I could get you on a first-person shooter for sure, Banana Lad. Okay. I'm kidding, man. I'm terrible. My kid kills me all the time in every game. Chicken Man plays. What's the best way to start using Home Assistant? Clear the next 8 weekends that you have, and just make sure you don't have a date. Make sure you don't ever want to go outside, and just go at it. But seriously, I've found that it's a minefield to try and figure out how to install it the first time. It's a minefield to kind of figure out the hardware and all of that. So I would recommend, if you want to start Home Assistant, go out, get yourself a Home Assistant Green, and just start with the basics. Don't try to add anything to it other than stuff you already have in your home. If you want to head down that path, that's kind of my recommendation. That takes out the hardware conversation and all the complications with the install and and yeah, that you can feel very overwhelmed by. So what you just end up then with is a box, a hub, like any of the other hubs. It's like this. It just has some extra connections with it. So that would be my recommendation there, Chicken Man, if you kind of want to start out with Home Assistant. And yeah, Baz, we talked about the people door cams. We really don't have a good recommendation here. So I know you guys are asking this. This will be good. I'm going to tell Amazon that I did this little unboxing, and then that was the most requested thing from the whole thing. Hey, Finn. Finn is here. Hey, Finn. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Finn has been a longtime subscriber. He's a channel member. We've had many conversations over the years. So thanks for coming, Finn. Good to see you here. And Mike, I'm your favorite YouTuber. Man, thank you. That's crazy to me. I don't know. I just kind of view myself as a guy who likes to talk about tech stuff. So thank you so much. Yeah. So and everybody's making fun of my trackball mouse. I love it. I love it. Whatever. What's RSI though, Baz? I don't know what that is. John K. Wolf. Now that's a name. Like if I was gonna rename myself, it would be John K. Wolf. That's awesome. Very hot Texas. I heard that there was kind of a big heat wave coming, and we ended up in rain up here. So sorry it's so hot there. Come get some of our rain. It has not stopped for about a week. So, Chicken Man, yeah, I know Home Assistant Green is way too much money. I know it is. Um, but that's still my recommendation. If you want to head down that path, it's my recommendation. And I'm sure, look, John is coming in right away with other recommendations on Home Assistant. So like I've only done it a couple of ways, but what I did find is that when I was trying to install the software and decide on hardware, it became a harder thing for me to kind of break down and want to tackle as a person. So yeah, that it's still my recommendation. But these guys, you're gonna find a lot of the community will steer you right. I know there's lots of people still doing it on the Raspberry Pis, but like the Home Assistant community actually remove some of the install options that you have, and I think that's part of them kind of right sizing the application and making it behave in a way that more people are going to be able to get on board. So hopefully, see, like Finn, yeah, get a cheap mini PC, install it on that. It's more work and it can be a hurdle for many. And honestly, it was a hurdle for me. Like I did not want to take that on. At some point, I might have to upgrade, but I'll go, okay, at that point, it's probably worth it. So yeah, I think that I would still say go get green, spend that extra money, take your time, and get started with it in a way that you can learn the platform. John, so on Home Assistant, have you tried Blueprint? Do you just mean the blueprints for the different automations? Is that what you mean, or is this a specific thing that I'm missing out on? Because the answer is no, otherwise. See, look at all this stuff. Look at you guys. You're just going. See, I have Home Assistant installed on an old laptop. Yep, you can do those kinds of things. The Raspberry Pi, it has kind of fallen off, right? SD card, yeah, when you're using that type of memory, right? The more often you're writing to it, reading from it, it breaks down. Flash memory over time does break down, and I bet you heat is a problem on that. I don't know that for sure, but I bet you got kind of heat dissipation problems there. So yeah, wow, you guys, we've gone